Hey Jen, this is a quick tutorial on how to do the timesheet using Toggle, pulling the report. I'm going to take you through step by step everything. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so let me minimize this. Okay, so before you even do it, if you come into the admin sheet dated 11/19 in the future, and you come down here, you right click your mouse, you do duplicate, so you get a copy of exactly what was there before, and then you drag it on over, and normally I rename it to be the dates from the previous week, and that was 4/23 through 4/29, 2018. And since this total tab is always calculated, so I'm going to show you now how I do the reports. So you come here and you go to reports. It always pulls up summary automatically, and then you go to detailed, and then you want to pick the previous week, which would be the 23rd through the 29th. And then you're going to do the drop down for export, download CSV. And then it comes up as an Excel spreadsheet. Any second now. Computer's a little slow. Okay, so it's going to look like this. And then the next step of what I do to make my life easier is I do data, I sort it, column is user, and I go okay. And then the sections that I'm going to be taking into the new one, I'm going to copy and paste it. So I'm going to drag it down to the most recent past, which was Monday to Sunday. And I go from start date to duration. And then I just copy it or control copy or alt C. And then I go into the Google document here. And this is our new one. So then I come here to start date and I do control V or paste. Now you see it's too big over here and it took out the calculation. So I undo it and then I highlight a couple, and I know I'm going fast. If I'm going fast, just let me know and I can walk you through it again. I highlight a bunch of cells, I right click my mouse and I insert below. Then I come back and I do a paste. So now it's a little bit better. And then the ones that I'm not using, right click and delete. Now, since this is formulated, this is where it gets tricky. Since it's formulated, it's not going to take the new cells that we added. See here, it's ending it at 14. So G14, so we need to end it at G15. And hit enter. And now it's going to get your total. And since I always liked consistency, I just drag your name down. So now we go to the next one. And it's 4/23 through 4/29. Control copy. Go back to the Google document. Come here. And this is probably going to be the same thing. Oh, we don't need this anymore, so we can delete this. Delete this last one. Oops. And let's, just in case for Tim, let's insert couple. Yeah. Same thing, we're going to drop it down, add one more. These are empty, so we're going to delete these. And then the same thing here. So if you double click on it, move your cursor 1 over, it's only bringing it to cell 25. We need to bring it to 26. So now it's formulated from G18 to G26. Hit enter, and now it brings the calculation. And if you always want to just double check to see if your numbers are right, if you come here, this is 3706. This one, I don't know why it's saying 1306. But we have 3706 over here. If you go to the master and you go into duration and you highlight just the duration of, for example, Jen, it says 3706. This is 3706. That doesn't match. So let's just come back here and see why it's not calculating. I'm trying to see. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was 3706. Okay, so that matches. So now if we check Tim's, it says 625. And this says 625, so we match. So both of those are matching, and so we delete this because we don't need the Excel spreadsheet anymore. See? So this is all set, and then the next thing, I'm not going to do it on mine, but this is what you would do, and you can go back and do this since this is now in and saved. You do File, Download as Microsoft Excel, and it's going to be downloaded, and that's what we send over to Jacob. Again, what I would just do is, I'm going to do a quick refresh, is when you're doing the next week, you do duplicate, and it's going to bring a copy. You just drag it over, you rename it, and then if you need more cells, you just click and highlight, right click, insert, or delete depending on what you need. So I'm going to delete this since we don't need this one. But you're all set from here. I'm going to stop sharing. But you want to just make sure in Toggle that you go to Reports, Detailed. I've made the mistake in the past of not going to Detailed. You always want to make sure you go to Detailed. If you have any questions and this tutorial was a little confusing, just give me a holler and I will help you. See you later.